Hey, this is a quick demo of the Marathon Synchrotone Mandolin. Wanted to show you a little bit about condition and what it's doing. So as far as condition, this is from 1950s, and you can see that the finish is crackled. I haven't seen cracks in the wood itself, but the finish does have that crackling, and you can see that throughout. And then there's discoloration just on the hardware. Let's turn that around a little bit. Looks really nice on the sides, except for this wear spot, which may have happened from the case missing the padding or just from normal use, but you don't see that same crackling on the sides. Now when it comes to the neck, you can see that there's a slight, like a gap there. Overall, I don't think it's too bad. Now this spot where it looks almost like it's developing a crack right here might be an issue. And then you can see as I go up the neck, the wood is in decent condition. You know, there's the scuff marks and some wear here, probably from hitting something, and you can see it on the end, this end too. Now, I have no idea if I have this in tune. I don't play a mandolin. And then I'm showing you the other side where the neck meets the body, and that issue where that crack goes around. Now I think if you look at the neck and the strings, I don't think that's too bad, but you do see a little bit of a bow there. And we've got the pickup. Got a little discoloration around the screws here. On this end, doesn't look too bad. Now you can see that this is hard. The electrical part of it, the microphone, is hardwired into the mandolin. And then one of the issues here that you can see is we're missing a screw, and I think this looks misaligned. And then on the bottom, you can see that there's just these like dents and scuffing here. So that's the bottom. As far as the case is in pretty bad condition. Missing the handles. There's rusting, a little bit of corrosion on the hardware. This one's got a little bit more, and then you can see that we're missing the pads here, and it's pretty rough shape. The hinges are there, but on the other side you see the same thing where there's these scuff and gouges. It does close, so at least we know we can keep it in there. Now when I ship it, I will put some padding and something for safe shipment around the mandolin itself. So next thing is, I do have this plugged into this tiny little California amplifier, and I wanted to show you that the pickup does work. So both the volume and the tone works on these. So I've got my amp turned on right now. I turn up the volume. Oops. I'm being a little aggressive there. And you can see that you can hear that in the amp itself. And if I turn down the tone, you don't hear that as much. can hear the tone. Let me turn up the volume. Now, if I turn the volume much higher, I can start hearing a humming noise in my amp. I don't know if it's just I've got a really cheap amp, or you just have to play around with how much volume you're putting out of the mandolin and balance it with how you have your amp set. But you can hear in my amp that there is sound coming through. So that's the most important thing that I wanted you to hear, that the electronic part of it does work and the overall condition. If you have any questions, send me a message and I'll do my best to answer. Thank you.